Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Horror Corner. Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Horror Corner. I'm your host, Sean Patrick Gershon. This week we're doing another subscribers contest entry. This is for the Q's Reviews and his road to 500 subscribers. So when I last looked, he was about at 430 something, so definitely getting there. So let's help him get there, guys. That's a big goal, and I know he's going to make it really soon. So Quentin has 4 questions in his road to 500 subscribers contest, and the first one is involving my favorite sequel in the Friday 13th franchise, Friday 13th Part 2 from 1981. Absolute classic. And the question is, what is your favorite kill from Friday 13th Part 2 and why? So I am going to go with probably going to be the most popular answer, and that is going to be Mark Jarvis with the machete to the face. The dude in the wheelchair. And to add insult to injury, after he gets the machete to his face, he then falls down this huge concrete stairway. Oh my god. Ugh. It is so brutal, it's so mean-spirited and vicious, and that's why it makes it so good. Not only that, but the suspense leading up to that scene is really good. You don't know what's coming, you don't know when it's coming, the build-up to that scene was really good. Great atmosphere, too. Funny that his name is Mark Jarvis. I wonder if he's related to Tommy Jarvis. Corey Feldman's character in Part 4 there. Number 2 is, what is your favorite Annabelle film and why? I'm going to have to go with the second film, Annabelle Creation. Where the first one was a little bit disappointing. And I did watch it recently. Recently I've watched several of the Conjuring universe films, I watched The Curse of La Llorona, I watched Annabelle Creation, and what was the other one? I think I watched The Nun, too. Yeah, I think the second one is a little bit better. It's a little bit better directed, a little bit more creative, and a little scarier, too. Number 3 is, are you Team Kong or Team Godzilla? I love both versions, by the way. Yeah. Been a big fan of both my whole life, I love Godzilla, I love King Kong, but I am a Godzilla guy. I am Team Godzilla all the way. And in the original King Kong vs. Godzilla, it used to be like, damn it, I want Godzilla to win, I want him to get his revenge. So many years later, all these years later, I want Godzilla to get his revenge. But yeah, I love the Godzilla franchise. I used to watch those movies all the time. All the Showa era movies, King Kong, Godzilla vs. King Kong, so many of them. Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster. I love that stuff. Godzilla Raids Again, Godzilla 1985, Godzilla vs. Megalon, versus Mechagodzilla, all that stuff. Rodan. I love all those movies. They're such a blast. They're so much fun. And they're just awesome. And obviously the original masterpiece from 1954. Number 4, what is your favorite thing about horror books and why? Now this might be an odd answer, but I'm going to say I don't really read horror books when it comes to novels, horror novels. What I do read is books about horror movies. Those I love, I really enjoy. I don't know what it is about horror fiction, I just can't get into it, I just feel like they go on and on about trivial things that they just are too descriptive about these mundane things that I don't care about, you know. It's like, come on, get on with it, you know. But when it comes to books about movies, I'm really interested. So I don't read a lot of fiction novels, period. But I do read a lot of autobiography stuff, like autobiographies about true crime stuff, or about rock stars, or about famous people or wrestlers, or stuff like that. But yeah, I can read about the making of horror movies like crazy, you know. I love that stuff. This one here, the photographs of King Gottlieb Walker on the set with John Carpenter. This is a freaking awesome book. It shows all kinds of awesome photos and the story behind the photos, and the stories about her experiences on the sets of the films with John Carpenter, like The Thing, Halloween, Escape from New York, The Fog, all that stuff. And this right here is probably my favorite horror book, and that is The Hammer Vault. All about Hammer horror. This is like the encyclopedia, the Bible of Hammer horror. I absolutely love it. And that really got me into Hammer, where I was like, oh man, I want to see this movie, I want to see this movie. And just reading about the making of all these movies, all these classics from Hammer. And of course, one of my favorites is Crystal Lake Memories, the complete history of Friday the 13th. A very, very in-depth and excellent book, all about every single entry in the Friday the 13th franchise, and all about the making, all kinds of interviews with the cast and crew and directors of each movie, some fantastic photos. Amazing book. I highly recommend it. Alright guys, that is my entry for the Q's Reviews Road to 500 Subscribers contest. I will have the link in the description below of this video, so definitely check out his channel and subscribe. He's a great guy, great YouTuber, really cool dude. Thank you for joining me, Sean Patrick Urshan, in the Horror Corner. Tune in and stay scared.